In Geneva, diplomats are back at the table trying to end Europe's largest war in decades. But the talks opened just hours after new Russian strikes, including in Odessa. A reminder that while negotiations continue, the fighting on the ground has not slowed.
Even on the day when new formats of talks begin in Geneva, trilateral and bilateral with the United States, Russia responds with a strike. This very clearly demonstrates what Russia wants and what it is focused on.
Today's meeting in Geneva brought Russian, Ukrainian, and U.S. delegates together behind closed doors, with negotiators discussing security, humanitarian issues, and a possible pause in strikes on energy infrastructure.
Power cuts now structure daily life. When families cook, when children study, when hospitals schedule procedures.
The talks come nearly 4 years after Russia's full-scale invasion in February 2022, and the central dispute remains territory, with Moscow demanding concessions Kyiv says it cannot accept. At the same time, recent attacks have heavily targeted Ukraine's power grid, leaving communities without reliable heat and electricity during sub-zero winter temperatures.
There
have been so many of these meetings, so much talk about a ceasefire. Belief, as such, is not very strong, but people are already exhausted.
Probably every Ukrainian, when reading about the negotiations, has some hope. But we understand with our minds that this half country and this people cannot be trusted.
Frontline workers warn the strain is now psychological as well as physical, especially for families living near the front.
Exhaustion that families are enduring from living 24 hours a day in hyper alert state. So constant, basically fear attacks, sheltering in basements and isolation with limited social connection have left children struggling with consequences of this war.
Negotiations are continuing behind closed doors in Geneva and are expected to last 2 days. Previous rounds, including talks in Abu Dhabi, produce prisoner exchanges, but no ceasefire. And officials from both sides say major differences, especially over territory, remain unresolved. Brandon Rowe, City News.